In 1879, Sacred Books of the East was published, a huge volume of books containing ancient writings and edited by this guy. Pretty cool, except for one major problem, and I'll defer to Kendall Folkert on this one. The very title of the series, including its reference to the East, is an index of the problem that wants addressing: the widespread use of a general notion of sacred book, and the unhesitating extension of this notion into the earliest stages of collection, editing, and translating of the literature of major traditions. In a nutshell, we've maintained too general a notion of Scripture since the beginning of this scholarship. And our old friend Cantwell Smith furthers this argument. It's an entrancing instance of 19th century Western cultural imperialism quietly imposing the Western sense of Scripture. I am suggesting that we are now in a position where our understanding of the Bible may begin to be derived from a larger concept of Scripture. Smith argues that the Scripture movement was in the process of crystallizing during the 2nd to 7th centuries. In his view, each movement emerged into a world of religious milieu, and Scripture was not just a symptom, but an active and activating participant. Each instance of scripturalization influenced the others, as well as vice versa. Peters, in The Voice, the Word, the Books, gets even more specific. Regarding the Septuagint, and this will bring us full circle back to Susanna, it was the aggressive scriptural posture of the Christians that led other Jews to reject the Septuagint. In other words, the formation of Canon was a response to another religious movement. So we're finally back to Susanna. Is it Scripture? Still can't answer that question, but a more interesting question is, what can we infer about the process by which it became Scripture? When I began this quest, my goal was to determine what Scripture was and who did the determining, but perhaps that's the wrong angle. These formations, canonizations, exclusions, crystallizations seem to occur during times of reform, as we've learned, in response to others. So it's not a specific person or council that determines Scripture, but rather the time and culture. In this way, Scripture is and has been transformative.
And our time has changed, and it's changed and changed, and continues to change so fast that what was proper 50 years ago is not proper today. The world changes, then the religion has to be transformed.
What's clear to me from the writings of Peters, Folkert, and Smith is that we exist in a milieu as active and activating agents with influence on one another. Still more important is the next challenge: to forge a new concept of Scripture that will serve our understanding of the worldwide phenomenon in the past, and will also serve our living with our own and fellow Scriptures now and in the coming centuries.